Good morning. Good morning. Are we live? I'm sure we are. But I'm here to show you some lovely email automations that you can have in your business, no matter what your business is. So I'm actually going to show you behind the scenes of some ones. It's not just your typical, oh, you can have a lead magnet. We're going to show you some other ones. I'm going to show you some process ones that you could potentially have as well for your email marketing. So people dub me the automation queen or email marketing queen, and it's just because I just know how to think in that situation. So I'm going to share some of that thinking with you. So first off, I just need to check that we are actually live. So that would be great. So if you are watching live, please let me know just so that I know that it is live. Leave me a like, share this with anybody who you think may need this in their lives, and let's see what happens. Yes, so that is up and it's working. Okay then. So there's certain email automations that every business can have, and it's not just your typical when someone downloads your lead magnet, it sends some emails. Or when someone joins your email list, it sends them some emails. We want to get a bit deeper than that. We want to look at the processes that you can also automate. Think about things such as if you're running a course, a program, a challenge, or anything like that. So one of the things that we can do is, let me just get this up on my screen. Just 1 second. Really should have loaded it all up, shouldn't I, before I actually went live. Let's have a look. Let's see. It's thinking about it, my computer. It's having a good old think this morning. Right. So let's take a look. Where is my screen? I can't see my screen. It's not good, is it? Let's show you some automations, including the processors. I'm going to share it all with you today. So you should be able to see my screen, but I'm going to zoom in just so that we can see it a bit clearer. Yeah. Oh my God. I really don't like it zoomed in. So, so let's have a look. First things first. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the obvious ones first, actually. I'm not going to show you them first, such as your lead magnets. Now, things that you can have, for instance. Now, I'm going to take a look at, let's have a see, this one here, the email marketing wizardry onboarding. So if you've got a program, so this is my program, which is just launched today, actually. So if you're interested in joining this program that I've launched today, this is the old onboarding process that we had. What would happen is, basically, when you think of email automations, think of flow charts, fluid charts. So what happens, what I have, is that when someone joins the email marketing wizardry program, they automatically get added to this system through Zapier. And then once they're added into here, what happens then is they get their first email letting them know their login details and all of that kind of stuff. They also, this little fancy purple thing here, what it's called is a webhook. Don't worry, we'll talk about this in the wizardry, but what it basically is it connects it to something else. So what that's doing, it sends their details through to Zapier, and then Zapier sends them details through to MemberVault and puts them into my program, so that when someone registers for the email marketing wizardry, I don't have to go into MemberVault and add them in or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. Also, then you can have your wait for 3 days, send another email, wait for 4 days, send an email, wait for 7 days, send an email. So it's sending an email out over 28 days. Now, this is for the DIY version of my program. So that's where that is. Another automation that you can have. So that's if you've got a program. So if you've got a program, that works really well for you. Now, let's have a see. This might be it, but it's obviously turned off because it's my old one. This may be for people who do like challenges and stuff like that. Yes. So I didn't use this for a challenge. It was for a program, but just as an example. So say that you had a challenge. You could have it that they get added to your email marketing system and into this automation that you could create. And then within that automation, you would send them all the details that they need to know. So any login details, any Facebook group they need to join, or anything like that, and you'd send that straight away. But then you'd have a wait step, and obviously with challenges, 5-day challenges and things like that, the dates are specific. So obviously this could be the 11th of the current month at 8 a.m. It could be the 11th of October, whatever it's going to be. You can be really specific with the dates. Needed a drink. So yeah. I just saw Nikki's comments then. Blows my mind how simple it is now. It isn't it? It's very simple. So right, I've lost my train of thought where I was. And then it could be in here, if you wanted to wait for 2 days. This was just me adding it for a testing purpose, but totally ignore it. And then obviously you'd go on for the next wait step then. And then you'd send them another email, and then it would go to the next wait step, and you'd send them another. So you can be very specific with your dates as well. So that's another automation that you could get into your business. One of my favorite ones, what I do like, is the re-engagement one that I have. So where are you hiding? La, la, la. Let's have a look. I can't even find it. I should have just searched it. It would have been a lot easier, wouldn't it? There we go. Call it the LOL campaign. But this one is really good for re-engaging your audience. So what happens is if someone gets declared as being inactive in my email list, so they've not opened an email for X amount of days, then they'll automatically get added to this. And then what happens is they start getting some emails that are directed to getting them to open, to get them engaged again. So what it goes through, all that process bit by bit, and then at the very end, it will automatically unsubscribe them from all the lists if they're basically still inactive. So that's another cool little one you can have. The other one we can have is if you've got like a course, an online course, and you need to add people in, we have so Trello for social media. That's one of my courses that we've got. This one works really well for stuff like that. So what you can do is, again, we're using this fancy webhook. So what we're saying here is when the product's bought, Trello for social media, instead of me then having to manually go and add them into a system and add them into MemberVault, it connects to Zapier and then adds them into MemberVault. It sends them an email with all their login details. It waits for 3 days. And then depending on certain things, certain conditions, it'll depend on what emails they get. So if they're not a member of my Wizardry Hub, they're going to end up going through a series of emails that are targeted towards getting them to buy into the membership. But if they are a member of my Wizardry Hub, then what it's going to do is go down to the next step, and it's going to check, right, so are they a social media customer? And if they are a social media customer, it's going to go to the next step. But if they're not, it's going to try to sell them my social media services. And then if they are obviously a social media customer, the next step is it's going to sell them my Power Hour. So we've got a really good one of we've actually split this down, not just into a normal lead magnet where you would have one set of emails. There's 3 routes they could take. Good morning, Craig. Pleasure to have you here. So again, you don't have to just have a simple system. You can make it nice and make it as complicated as you want. So if you have several different services and you're launching a lead magnet, then there's no reason you have to just have one set of emails. So depending on where people come, they will either get membership promotions, they'll get social media promotions, or they'll get a Power Hour promotion. So that's another good automation that you can have there. So it's not just lead magnets we mentioned earlier. You can do processes as well. So I'm going to just show you my other company one. Let me just log into this. So processes can be managed really, really well when it comes to automations. So it's not all just about the email marketing side of things. So one of the things that you can do is, let me have a look. So we've got it here. Let's have a look there. So this is a training company. We book training courses, first aid, forklift, that kind of stuff. So what will happen is when a course is booked, so a form gets filled in, then what it's going to do is going to check, are they in our CRM as an inquiry? And if they are, then what it wants them to do is take them out of any automation for the inquiry. We want them to move them along to booking in progress. We're going to tag them up as a customer now. And then this lovely app, what it does, it sends their information to Google Calendar and adds them to Google Calendar for us. Subscribes them to all the lists that we need them to. It adds some tasks for the admin staff to do. And then all this copying is basically making sure all the information is contained in the CRM. And then it sends them a lovely email confirming their booking, and it pulls through all the details that were put into that form. And then what will happen is it'll wait for 2 days. And if they are still in this automation, it's going to send them a reminder that they haven't confirmed the course. And if they're still in it later on, it's going to send them a reminder that they're still, they've not done it again. So the reason it does this is because what we have is another automation, whereas if they do confirm the booking, it will take them out of this automation. So this is why you can make it for your processes. So it basically manages our whole CRM for us. So it's not just all about the email side. It's also about your processes and making it all cooly-dooly. Right then. Final one. And then I'm done. Wizardry Hub, not Wizardry Hub, Welcome Series. That is the next one. So this is mine. So everyone can have one. And it's when someone's new that joins your email list, you want them to get a welcome series of emails. You want them to basically get an email saying, this is me. This is what I'm going to be doing. These are the emails I'm going to be sending you. And it has an amazing stats performance. So, for instance, this is my welcome series, my newest one, and it has an open rate of 95.59%. Where else are you going to get that? Where else? Nowhere. That's where. Nowhere. So it's a fantastic automation to have. Now, if you are feeling overwhelmed by all that, do not panic. You can learn all this step by step. But if you do want to make sure and learn it the right way, feel free to join the Email Marketing Wizardry. We've just launched it. This is the Email Marketing Wizardry. It's back again. We've obviously ran it before. And it's basically going to help you learn everything I've just told you. I'm going to teach you it all. So definitely 100%. Check it out. Go to that link on the screen. See what it's all about. See if it's for you. We start in 13 days as I'm recording this. So 100%, this could be for you. It's going to teach you all the 6 modules that we go through and much more, all about how to get your email marketing going. So it could be that you already have an email list. It could be that you don't have a list. Either way, this is going to be brilliant for you. So take a look. Let me know if you've got any questions. And if you've got any question on what I've talked about today, just let me know.